And top of the morning to you this morning. It is Gatlin here from CarPhonix. Can you tell I shaved today? It's beautiful, isn't it? Smooth like a baby's butt. Anyhow, we got this car to talk about today. I have mentioned it in a couple of videos over the last week or so. And basically what this is the CarPhonix Slam van. So this thing here, we bought, I don't know, how long did we buy this thing, Gav? About 3 weeks ago? About 3 weeks ago or so. And, you know, it's not the nicest looking van in the entire world, but something I needed to kind of talk about here is the fact that for some reason, these vans are so expensive. I'm not really too sure why that is, to be completely honest with you. Maybe because it's very utilitarian. Utilitarian meaning like it's very a useful van. A lot of people will use it for like contracting and, you know, painters and that kind of thing. Because it's a van, you can put all your stuff in it and it's pretty awesome, right? But in car audio world, these vans are pretty cool because you can put a pretty big audio system into them. And basically what I want to do with this thing is I would like to, you know, get it all painted and make it look beautiful and, you know, put a relatively large audio system into it and, you know, bump around and just have basically a CarPhonix van. Something that happened about, I don't know, about 2 months ago. If you guys remember, there used to be a van way out there by the road, and it's no longer there because the city came by and basically said to me, hey, basically you can't have that van out there, and, you know, it was parked on city property and blah, 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 blah. Long story short, I ended up having to move it. Chris, as you know, came to the shop and, excuse me, and removed it, and so now I don't have a van out there. Someone complained and said, you know, the van's in the way and da 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 da, and you know, you can't have the van out there anymore. So part of the bylaw is that you have to have the van both plated, insured, and driving. There's like a certain amount of time in which the van has to be driving per week, and I don't know. So long story short, I got the van, and there was like all this like graffiti, not graffiti, someone had actually painted over top of the like company stickers that were on it. But they painted over top of it with like gobs and gobs of like enamel paint. I'm not really too sure why that was. Probably laziness. They just didn't want their stickers on there or whatever. So I was forced to kind of sand it all down and do some body work to it and prep it all up. And, you know, I'm kind of anal. So at the end of the day, I had to, you know, make it really straight and clean and, you know, sand her all down and do all the body work to it. And a couple new fenders. New fender here. There was some rust right down here in the corner there. There is still a little bit of rust in behind, but that's like pretty much the only rust on this van, right? So did the roof, I sanded it all down, prepped it so it's ready to go. And you know, I'm not going to do a crazy paint job on this thing, guys. I'm actually going to be spraying it with spray cans. I got 2 boxes of white spray cans and 20 cans of white enamel, you know, paint. And I'm going to paint the whole van that one color, and then it's going to get wrapped. It's going to get wrapped. You know, people say you can wrap it just like this, but, you know, I believe that a wrapped vinyl surface should, you know, be on a shiny, glossy surface, so that way it lasts a little bit longer. And, you know, so I've prepped the entire van. The back here, I'll just show you this quickly. I did paint the back door on this just to kind of get a rough idea of what it was going to look like. I've completely gutted. I'm going to get a roll pan that goes along the bottom here, so it's nice and, you know, smooth and no big back bumper and that kind of thing. The back of the van was, you know, full of all sorts of really weird stuff and dirt and grime, as you can tell here, but a good old pressure wash will take care of that. It's just like a, you know, a work van, basically, right? So there is some mud and stuff, as you can see, still inside the back of the van here, but not a huge deal. I've got all the parts of the van that I've, you know, been taking apart and keeping track of, so that way I can put it all back together. Got the door panels off here. Factory radio still in this thing. Check that out. Yeah, just an AM/FM radio. Not even a cassette player in that thing, boys. But the thing's got low kilometers on it. It's got about 140,000 original K on it, and for some reason these vans, you know, with low kilometers and, you know, that are painted and what have you, are like worth tens of thousands of dollars. I really still have a hard time kind of fully understanding why the vans are worth so much money. In the state that it's in as is right now, it's obviously not worth a whole lot to anybody because it looks like crap, but I painted the bottom of the rocker here already. See if you guys can get a good view of that. See? I already painted the bottom there just to kind of give it a nice glossy, clean surface to work with there. That corner that's right here, right there, the door actually had fallen off of this van, and I went to the wreckers and got a nice new hardware and stuff, so the door closes ever so nicely. Let's see if I can open up this door here. It's a little bit tricky. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'll open this door. Bam! Open this one up. As you can see, got the door all prepped, ready to paint. Just gonna open up this back slider here. There we go. Okay, so yeah, you know, like I got this door sliding ever so nicely on here. Like that, you know, prepped and cleaned all this crap down in there. Kind of just painted the rocker up. Imagine, guys, put your imagination into this van for a minute, okay? Awesome wall, okay? We're talking about a wall of woofers here, maybe 415s, something in that regard. And just like a really nice clean 2-channel setup up front. Maybe like a set of Morels down here in this corner, if you guys can see that there. You know, just a decent, you know, even a mechless head unit with a couple of pre-outs in the back, and you know, I'll hide all the amps in the back of this thing here, and you know, just make it sound really good. It's gonna be wrapped, right? So the whole van's gonna be like really super colorful, and you know, CarPhonix car audio and all that fun jazz on there. And so if you use your imagination for a minute or two, I know it's not quite as bad as the Honda Civic that's over there. You guys saw that in a previous video, but I'll talk about that in just one second here. Get this van out of the way just because I wanted to talk to you guys about it. I should have probably taken you guys through the process of prepping all this and getting things all done, but I just, you know, life gets in the way sometimes. So at the end of the day, what I'll end up doing is I'll end up just, you know, getting the whole thing wrapped, putting the audio system in it, and then I can park it out by the road. It'll be driving, insured, and plated, and the city really can't say shit all to me because then I'm following their bylaw, you know? As much as awesome, like that Delica van that was outside was pretty awesome to me, I thought anyways, and I mean, so did everybody else. That's how people kind of knew the shop too, was that like weird little bit, you know, Mitsubishi Delica van. And so anyways, that's the van. You guys will see some progress of it over the next couple of videos, I'm sure. Gavin has prepped it pretty well here. It closes ever so nicely on there. And we're basically on the home stretch of getting this thing painted and looking spicy. 300, it's going in on Monday to get buffed and polished because I'm actually doing the Western Fair Speed and Custom Auto Show. And this thing here, boys, pretty awesome. Craig and I have spent the last couple of months, I'll give you a little preview of this thing, you know, repainting this car and putting an awesome wing on it. This is a Mazda AZ1. You guys have seen this in other videos too, but it's another video, boys. That's another video. So we'll talk about this Honda Civic quickly. As you guys know, we have now prepped it and it's ready to kind of start from scratch and, you know, new and all that. So as bad as that video looked in the wiring regard, we've got all this fun stuff right here to install. So we're doing like an alarm, voice activation module, so like the car will actually talk to you and stuff and say, hey, you know, get away from me, and it'll have an automatic trunk pop release, doing a battery isolator, 1-aught power cable, automatic window roll up and down module, full on alarm, remote start, and the car has already been gutted, so that's cool because then I can, you know, basically make it awesome as frig. So anyhow, just a little update video here for you. Cadillac's still here, don't worry about that, boys, but if you guys know anyone who wants to buy this Cadillac, I thought the original plan was going to be like, you know, slamming it down to the ground and making it awesome, but I don't want to ruin the originality of it. Like I've mentioned in other videos, I've redid the headliner, la da 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 da. You can watch videos on that at a later dot, and yeah. So the video's getting a little bit long here. It's about 9.5 minutes. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update video, show you guys the van, tell you what's going on. If you guys want to come and see me at the Speed and Custom Auto Show on March 24th and the 25th, I will be there with my truck, the black car, the blue car, and a couple of little display boards that are inside the showroom. Oop, gotta zoom out, boom, showroom's right there. Oh, I zoomed right in. You guys weren't even seeing me. So anyhow, that's the video. I appreciate you guys watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and all that stuff. Share these videos. It helps me. If you guys want to see more videos, it just helps when you share and you like and you subscribe. I've noticed that my subscriber list has gotten a little shorter over the last few months because I've neglected to make videos every day, which is extremely hard. We'll talk about that for a second as well. It's very difficult running a shop, answering phone calls, installing stuff, getting things, you know, prepped and ready here at the store, making a video, and then posting it all in the same day. I'm only just one guy. I mean, if you guys want to come down here and do video production and, you know, maybe give me a key for, what is that program called? Final Cut? Yeah. If you guys want to give me a, you know, send me a PM or an email, you know, to carphonix@gmail.com with, like, you know, a free key per se to Final Cut, then might make my life a little easier. I did in fact get this computer all fixed up and stuff. Got a new hard drive, new memory, all that fun stuff in it. And it is making my life a little easier to make videos, which is nice because honestly, it takes a lot of time to do this kind of stuff. So, but I do enjoy making these videos and talking to you guys and all that jazz. So anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. CarPhonix, signing off.